everyone. Welcome to a special edition of Unleashed. It's going to be for our Pride Month this coming up June. And joining me, I've got President and CEO of Fans Unlimited, Josh. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How's everybody doing out there?
I'm assuming we're all doing very well. So it's good to have you on here.
It's good to be here. I'm glad to see you. I would come with my pup hood, but I've got it lost. So actually, you know what? I got it right here.
Well, I'll say you can or can't. You don't have to have it if you don't want to, but it's
I know.
if you
I
want
just
it.
wanted to surprise you with it.
Well, I'm glad you did because I like the pup hood. We still got to figure out if a name. I know we kind of decided KAMO, but I know that's just a uh, preliminary until we get a permanent one.
Oh yeah, we got to come up with me a name.
Yeah,
Can you hear me good?
yeah, I can hear you just fine. You hear me okay?
Okay, I got you.
All right. Well, let's get started. First thing I want to find out is how do you personally define pride?
Well, to me, pride is about being real, like fully yourself without apology. It's saying, "Hey, this is who I am." And I'm not hiding anymore. In a world that still tries to silence this, pride is visibility. To me, it's power.
Yeah.
So that's how I would define pride.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that. I mean, I came out very late in life at 34 years old, and uh and I haven't looked back since because it's the best thing I ever did.
Yes, I would agree. I've been out since 14. I was kicked out for being who I am in Alabama. So pride to me is very important because it's just me still standing my ground and saying, you know what? I went from homelessness on the streets for being who I am.
Yeah.
So I'm going to still hold this ground. I'm still going to be proud of who I am. I'm not going to
Exactly.
hide anymore.
Exactly. I'm with you totally and always here for you. So what does pride represent to you um in terms of your identity?
So it represents the journey, right? Um, every moment of fear, doubt, and growth, it's it's me finally standing tall in my truth. And it's knowing that I'm a part of a bigger community that has been fighting for, for for a very, very long time. So, to me, pride to me is life.
Yeah.
It gives me life. It provides me a way to live and be strong in my truth. So,
Yeah. I agree. So thinking about, I mean, pride is huge when you think about it in general. So what aspects of pride are most important to you?
honestly, the roots. Pride started as a protest. All
Yep.
right. Um, and I bring this up because of our current political situation as well. It's not just glitter and parades, it's a reminder that we're still fighting for our lives, especially for our trans siblings and queer
Yes.
folks of color. Um, that part, the justice part, is what matters most to me.
And that's also the reason that I used the backdrop that I did because it's bricks. And,
Yes,
and that's why I wanted that as my backdrop for this episode. So,
I love that. I love that. We have to use that on the platform somewhere.
yeah, of course,
Actually,
yeah.
or every platform.
So, how has your understanding of pride evolved over time since you came out, very early in life?
When I was younger, I thought Pride was just a big party, right? That's what it looks like from the outside. But now, as I see it as both a celebration and resistance, right? It's joy, yeah, but it's also activism. It holds so much more meaning when you understand the history of Pride and where it started from, where it came from, how it became Pride,
Yeah,
right? It started out as a riot.
that's right.
Like, so to me, my understanding of Pride now is more about activism and less of it being a party these days, right? We need
Yeah.
to really go back to those roots.
Well, what role do you think pride plays in fostering a sense of community for all of us?
Pride brings people together in a way nothing else does. It's like even if we don't know each other, we see each other, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Um, it makes people feel less alone, and that's everything when you're trying to navigate life as LGBTQ plus. Uh, not feeling alone and being seen and being told, "Hey, you matter."
Yeah.
That to me, that's what is fostering a sense of community and belonging.
Agree. Agree. Um, how do you think that Pride has impacted the LGBTQ plus rights and visibility? I know we're going through a horrible time right now with it.
It's been huge for visibility, right? I mean, people can't ignore us when we're out there in full color, literally.
Very
Pride
true.
pushes the needle forward, right? Um, but we've got to keep showing up, especially now with everything happening politically. It's like showing up to vote. It's just as important to show up. You have to be there. And change doesn't happen with one person. You
Yeah,
can't build a company with one person. You can't build a city with one person. You can't even raise a child just one person. It takes a village, right?
that's
And
right.
that's what I've always heard. It takes a village to even raise a child. So it takes a huge village to keep us protected and keep pushing that needle forward.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what do you hope others understand about Pride when they participate this coming June?
I hope they, I hope they get that it's more than just a celebration. It's a statement, right?
Right.
It's like whenever I'm walking outside and I got my ring on that has the two lions and the diamond, right? I'm making a statement. I'm out there, right? People's going to notice me.
Yep.
They notice that ring. They don't may not notice me as a person, but they say, "Hey, that ring's pretty." I get it all the time. Um, it's people saying we're still here. We're not backing down. And for some of us, just existing at Pride is a radical act. So to me, we have to go out. We have to make that statement. Witnessing Pride to someone who's new to it may not understand it, and especially if you don't know the history, you
Right. Yeah.
have to know the history about it to be able to grasp the concept of pride.
Yeah. And I was lucky enough that not too long after I met my husband Andrew, we both got to go to New York City for a vacation, and we both got to go to Stonewall, and we had to go in and have a drink and sit down and just look at this place and just just in awe of this is where it all started.
Well, to tell you something funny, so TJ, our photographer for the company,
Yeah.
so he's become our director, a creative director. So he lives in New York. He's about to do a photo shoot of three different models for us for our advertisements for Fans Unlimited. Um, he has invited me to come up there for the shoots, and he's going to take me there. So he's going to show me all these places that I've never seen because I've been out of the South one time, and that was this year to LA. Okay, so I'm ready to get out. I'm ready to explore.
Yeah, well, New York City will blow your mind and stuff, especially down around the Stonewall area. It's yeah, just to be able to stand there and think this is where it all started. It's pretty amazing.
I can't wait to go see it. That's the top priority for me. Not it ain't even about work. It ain't even about the photo shoot. It's about going to see that. So
Yeah,
for
yeah. Well, how do you celebrate Pride, and what does it mean for you to go out and participate?
I show up, whether that's at a march, an event, or just being intentional in conversations. I celebrate by being visible, by supporting my community. That's one reason why we have all of these niche communities for LGBTQ plus.
Hmm.
I'm celebrating each person. Each person has a voice here. Each person has freedom here. They have the right to be themselves unapologetically. And it's a place to be authentic, right? So for me building this with you guys, which my team, I have the best team in the world, guys. I will tell you, I'm so happy to have who I have on the team. But to build these for the people who've been told you do not matter, you matter to me. You matter to my team. You
Hmm.
belong here. We love you. We celebrate you. We're going to be here for you. So, for me, I've been through the dirt. I've had to fight. I've had to struggle. So I know how to protect people and how to be there for those in the same situation. So I will be that protector. My team will be that protector. The company will always, always, always put LGBTQ plus and minority communities first. Always.
Yeah, and that's what I like about the whole platform because of that. So I have to thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
So in your view, how can pride help create positive change in our society?
So
Because
proud of. So
honestly, it looks like it's taken a step back here recently.
it has taken a step back. And I feel like we have to go back to those roots, right? Um,
Yeah,
Pride opens eyes when we celebrate it correctly. When we're celebrating pride for what it really is, it's not some fornication party, right? That's
yeah,
not what it's intended for. We've changed it to that because as people as time goes, people change and they go into these other ways. But then we have to have something like what we have now that's in our face. It's here. The times of have you seen the documentary on Stonewall, right?
yeah.
We are living in our documentary time.
Hmm.
This is it. It's here. So all of those people who got beat by batons and all that, we're about to be those people. So we have to, it takes something like this to take us back to what the true meaning is and why it's so important. It's not important to be a fornication party. Yes, I have an adult platform industry or company, in the adult industry. But the purpose of these platforms is for freedom of expression and to be who you are. I only put it in the adult industry to allow that as well. But for me, pride has went back. I agree with you 1,000%. We have stepped back in time. We need to go back to Stonewall. We need to go back to when we were doing these marches with a purpose. And the thing about our community that really breaks my heart is to see that the very thing we used to march against is the very thing that has gotten into us internally, and we become self-hatred and hatred towards other people in our communities. So I think with pride, it brings us all back together. It
Yeah.
creates that connection, it creates that love and that drive. So we're not still being the very thing that we used to march against. For a moment we get to be one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, being the last question, what message do you think that pride sends to future us?
Future us. So future us, our pride to me sends that you're not alone. You come from a long line of people who have fought, loved, thrived. Pride tells the next generation you have every right to be here. You are powerful just as you are. You're wanted and you're loved just as you are, right? Pride gives you that community. It gives you so much power if you harness it the right way, and we use it for the good, for the betterment of others and the community. Pride is very powerful.
Yeah, I couldn't have worded it any better. So you get the last word before we end this podcast.
Well, I want to tell you, I appreciate you for everything you do for me. All right, Pup Twigs. So you do so much for the company. Guys, if you're not on one of these platforms, they're about you. They're built for you. And I have somebody as great as this man right here and so many others that is there to support you. And we always, always, always put you first. So, like with Pride, we're building community, right? This is about community, and it's about giving you freedom to be authentic unapologetically.
I just have to thank you, Josh, for coming on here. It's been awesome getting to talk to you and talk a little bit about pride. We always talk about the business when we talk, but it's nice to every now and then kick around something else, isn't it?
It is. It is. Thank you for doing this, and thank you for everything you do for me, for the community. I appreciate you. If there's anything I can do for you or anybody out there, I'm always there to help and assist.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, and I know we'll be talking soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye.